belong. That's the message from Sesame Street today as the long-running kids show gets a new character. Elmo's new friend is named Carly, and she's introducing viewers to the concept of foster families and for-now parents, with the help of her own for-now parents. May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. And joining me now is Alicia Pereira from the Children's Aid Society of Toronto. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So this must have been a great boost to all the great work that CAS Toronto is doing. Let's talk about foster family and fostering. How many kids are there in Toronto that are in need of foster parents?
Well, last year we worked with about 20,000 youth at our Toronto-based office.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what about foster parents? Because these are some very loving people who just open their arms to these children that sometimes have very complex issues.
Yeah, I mean, foster parents, foster families are very, very special. Obviously they work with kids that we see, and they really do, they're in charge of not just being responsible for these kids, but they take on so much more, right? They take on kind of emotional issues, and that's why the new Sesame Street character, Carly, is so wonderful, because I think it displays to kids that they can see themselves reflected in a wonderful show like Sesame Street and the characters.
And this whole notion of for-now parents, let's talk about that, because that's what foster parents really are. They're not just babysitters, they really are parents just for that short amount of time.
Yeah, and I think, they really do bridge, right? They bridge the gap between, maybe, mom or dad or one of the parents are getting, adequate care that they need. And so they bridge that gap between the kids going back to their families, or maybe the kids going to a kin family like a grandparent or something like that, an aunt and uncle. But they do take on so much responsibility, right? So they really do provide and they care for these kids. And the good thing with the clip that Sesame Street kind of released is that it really shows the care and love that a parent is a parent, right? And so the care and love that these foster families have for the kids. And
Carly's obviously a young character, but those kids in foster care are all ages.
All ages. So we have kids from, like really young kids to youth. Yeah, to 18 years old.
And the relationships that they must forge with these adults that are taking care of them must be quite incredible.
Yeah, I love sharing this story. A couple weeks ago, I was at an event, and one of our youth who, he's 18 years old, and he is kind of transitioning out of care now. He's a young adult. And he kind of got up on a mic, and he started telling the story about how he loved his, foster family, and how, he's now a 3-time national wrestling champion. Wow. So when you think about that, you think, how can I not get involved in fostering? And, there's so much love to give. And so it's just such a wonderful opportunity.
And ultimately, children just want to be loved. So
of course.
It's
Don't
amazing.
We all?
Yeah, so congratulations to all of the adults out there who are fostering, and there's a lot of need in this city, 20,000 kids just for Children's Aid. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Thank you.